Welcome back, everyone. Drake-Hawkins here. We're back in Oxygen Not Included, the thermal upgrade, not expansion, the thermal upgrade build. This has been a major content build. It should be coming out to full once it's done in basic testing. So as we're in testing stage, we're likely to run into some issues. I had some issues with piping in a previous attempt at this, and some water flow. I think I figured some workarounds, put in a bug report. If you're going to play this on the even the alpha version, don't hesitate. I really encourage people to take their time to get in there and throw in bug reports, or at least read about them and give some feedback on maybe solutions you've found to the bugs that you've run into and so on. Makes a big difference for these companies. I know it doesn't seem like one person's input might make a big difference, but it really does. It makes a huge difference for them to know that they can get the support they need to give the feedback for, you know, getting a better version of the game. So let's get that down here. We're going to put in our food here. It is definitely running, we're definitely running short on food. We have 5 duplicates and only 4 meals available, so that's got to be a big deal to take care of right now. So let's do that and that. Alright, get to it, boys, ladies and gentle peoples. Priority over here needs to be set to 8 for all this stuff. There we go. Alright, and go, yep, fuel up the research labs. That's good. They've got lots of stuff going for them. Where are we at for the research? We're at 6 of 20 for our farming research, and we're going to put that in over here. So let's go ahead and pre-plan that. Dig priority 7. Let's dig that out there, and then prioritize the flooring, I guess, as a 7 here as well. That blip new sound effects, I like it. They've taken time to make these things priorities. Like, it makes a big difference, the soundtrack of a game, right? Lots of good oxygen concentration building up here. That's excellent to see. Gonna put in more of these gas permeable tiles. Now, they don't have to be top priority at all. They can kind of be whenever sort of a case. Let's give them some of that and some of that. 1, 2, and I put in there, and then I put in there. Excellent. So yeah, we'll do some gas permeable tiles on the bottom when there's time for that. Let's finish these guys. Come on, over here. Oh, look at you, putting in the wires from underneath. No problem. Alright, our microbe musher is now operational. Do we have any lice? You know, no, we just have rations that are wearing out. So we're going to put some mush bars together. They take dirt and water to make, and may cause diarrhea. Well, if you just ate dirt and water, you'd probably get pretty rough on the inside, or not rough on the inside, whichever way you want to put it. Research has been completed. Farming is done. That gives us algae terrarium, which I'm going to try to avoid using. The compost and the planting box. Our bathroom's probably going to have to move out of there. I definitely want to do that right away. Let's go plumbing. Let's move our bathroom over like here. And then put in the compost bin in the refinement, I believe that is. Yes, our compost bin right here. I'm going to actually prioritize those right away, right up to a 9. The microbe musher should definitely be a top priority building as well. So unless they have an absolute requirement for a very urgent build or other things, they're going to get onto the food. Build up that bathroom, and we're actually going to clean that, and then we're going to disable it. Good, it's been replaced. This is out of order? Why is this out of order? Oh, waiting for dirt. Is that something I can actually prioritize? No, I guess not. There we go. It's just an always. They know to prioritize putting dirt in the toilet so they can, you know, do things. Do their things. Deconstruct that. I hope it doesn't make a mess. There's just dirt, it says in the contents. Nope, there's polluted dirt in the contents. Alright, well, that's gonna have to give it a top priority sweep job then. Get rid of that. There we go. Who's cooking? Jane, you're making us some tasty mush bars. There's our 1,000 calories of mush bars. Who's gonna take it? Zachariah Gillum. Thank you, Mr. Gillum. Sounds good, Mr. Gillum. Still have a major food shortage, so I think we actually are going to bump this to a 9 priority on the food. Make sure that's getting done. New bathroom here. Let's, again, bump that up to a high priority, the composter. There we go. Stirring up the compost. Good job, Jane. Getting things dirty and clean at the same time. So these are now set as they finish to a default of 5. So what's going on is this is going to produce an improvement to our decor. Right now it's actually in the positive. So they're all sitting at a positive, yeah, positive 10s and 15s-ish in their area. So most of them don't have a decor that demands much more than that. Decor expectation 5. What's going on? Decor expectation 5. Whoa, everybody. Vitals. Where's their decor expectations? Is that a thing we can see? Alright. I wish that would actually have a separate line to show decor expectation. There's 10. Alexander's is 5, pardon me. David Thompson's is 15. Jane's, now these change as they go. It's not just what you start at. I used to think that it was, oh, well, I've got a person that's a, decor expectation of minus 15, so it's gonna, that they'll never need a nice place to live. Not true. Every time they gain a level, their decor expectations are based on a couple things. Like, let's see here. There's different features or factors to their decor expectations, but currently minus 15. Now, let's see if we can figure out why that is. Pardon me. Trait, duplicate. It'll show there. Decor expectation minus 25 because they're a duplicate. Biohazard doesn't seem to affect it. Amphibious doesn't, and vomiter doesn't. That's fine. Now, the decor radius plus 3. Okay, that's probably his effect on the area. Apparently he's got a melting point of 9,726.9 degrees Celsius. Hopefully we don't get it hot enough to melt Zachariah. Stress. No, okay, so decor expectations, it's hard to see the details, but surroundings is not causing any negative because he's currently been in a good surroundings, so the change per second is not changing. He's got positive 25. So things like their skills are going to change them. Where are they? Stats here. Okay, his top skill is 8, which means what? Where is it going to hit? Where is it going to show my decor expectations? Come on. Decorating speed is 7, so that's good. Creativity is 7, so it boosts the decorating. So the fact that he's got a minus 25 here, and then he's actually got a decor expectation of positive 10. So the difference there is because of the athlete skill being his highest skill point here is causing I think it's a 40, or maybe it only missed the first one, but basically every point they go up increases their decor expectation by 5. So the more experience they get, the more they demand a better life, I guess. So we've got some problems. Henry Hudson, what's your beef, mister? Let's see. Your issue's probably, yeah, you're wounded with a drab decor. So you've been sitting in, and you only have a 10 requirement. So where are you? Where have you been spending your time, mister? Research is finished. We'll have to look at Mister's issues later. Let's put the pardon me, the power plant and the better cables. Let's get that going, I think, right away. Yeah, let's do that. That'll get them working again. On the researches. Jane going up there, and who else is going to go out? Alexander, you should probably be working. Oh, dropped our power temporarily. Where's Henry? Alright, Henry's doing a lot of running here, and Henry's running is not making him particularly happy because, well, nobody likes to sit there and run all day long with an ugly electronic machine blasting next to them. So that's what his issue is. He's spending a lot of time running, so is that David Thompson? Yeah, so both of them are spending a lot of time running, and if you see, the decor here is horrible. Minus 40s, tons of debris everywhere, minus 60, minus 37, yeah, just horrible place to work. So, workplace hazards and whatnot are the issue here. So I'm not going to prioritize these sculptures yet because they probably don't need to finish them off right away. What are you grabbing water for? Alexander, where are you going with the water? To the microbe musher, because it takes water and meat. Excellent. There you guys go again with your traumatizing problems. Well, let's finish up this research if we can, guys, so we can get ourselves. There's 6 of 10 of 20. Once they hit that, finish that next power, it's going to give us the proper battery instead of the tiny battery. It produces a lot of heat. We're going to crank it in up here. It's going to be just, you know, a 2 tall or whatever, 3 tall space with the insulated walls on all sides, and try to keep the heat in there. There we go, more science, science, science. Neighbor, neighbor, where's the bathroom? The bathroom's down here, but it's occupied. There you go, now it's not occupied. You can use it. We do have a lot of CO2 there. They don't spend a lot of time down there, although right here is probably a bit of an issue. Whoever's doing the cooking, or the eating in this case. We've built up another 4,000 calories, so we're back above where we were at the beginning of the cycle. Cycle 11 done there. Oops, let's keep it rolling. Let's see how their stress adjusts to this day. So at night, you can see their stress levels dropping here. We got their tops is 32 with Henry, of course, and Jane. David Thompson's has dropped nicely. But again, they're going to go right back to work. Oh, Jane and Zachariah this time. What's Henry doing? No. Oh, Henry's in a really bad state right now. Oh, no, he's not. He's cooking away. Good. Okay, well that solved some of his issues, I think. He's not going to crank his up to his stress too high from that. Still making some foods. Still doing some researchings. How are we doing? 17 of 20. We're real close. We're going to put in our batteries. Oh, you know what we don't have is our insulated tiles, do we? Insulated tiles way over here. I don't like that idea, so I guess maybe 2 batteries over here and let them heat this corner would be okay. It's less terrible. One thing we can do is... oh, research is completed on power regulation. Excellent. Is there anything else we need that's a higher priority than getting our regulations going here? Our temperature regulation and our insulation. I don't think so. Yeah, that's going to be good there. Pardon me. Where are we? Tiny battery and big battery. So our big battery is going to go over there, and another big battery over there. That should be plenty. We're going to put in the heavy cabling in here. And that should do like that. And then we're going to put in the standard cabling here. So these hopefully will never, one of these shouldn't overdo it, but if they're all pumping the power in to fill them, or they're all feeding power out, we don't want to overload those circuits. We're going to go ahead and clean up priority with a really high priority here and spend a few minutes to clean this up, because I'm really not happy with constantly keeping them in you know, low-level stress or mid-level stress up here. Food shortage. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we definitely do. And we're making crappy food. That's something we can definitely tend to here. We have the planter boxes available, so let's go ahead and put some of those in. Like this, let's say, and like this. And then, oh, no, that's not what I wanted there. Planter boxes there, and then leave a space. Maybe like that. How can we fit these effectively? One there, 4, 1, 4, 1. And we're going to put in some, of course, some nice statues in there to make things work nicely. That'll be good, right like that. Now, I think it's time to let them do this cleanup, and then as soon as they're done that cleanup, I think we're going to go ahead and do, you know, all of the power stuff here, please. Let's tend to this issue right away. As always, like, this is an issue when you get, we've only got 5 of them. I've told them, top priorities, do this. And all of them are busy doing something else. Our microbe musher is, of course, top priority. It's going to switch down to an 8 now. I'll let him finish that job. And then we got research labs both going. And that I really don't want to slow down on at all. And then, of course, our power generating is pretty high priority. So let's see what we've got. We got another duplicate available. Do we have anybody that's really good? Okay, dimensionally inept. Won't build. interior decorator. So she's got decent creativity, not going to get sick, and yeah, creativity is nice. The athletics is nice. Mouth breather, I don't think I like that one. Mouth breather, really don't like that one. You know what? Nope, we're gonna get the reject. I know we said we were using all our dupes at the max, but they will survive the hard work, I'm sure. Research has finished, so those research stations are now idle. Okay, so they did temperature regulation, the basic, the novice research, and now they need to do the intermediate research. And so we're going to have to come over here and give this a job for intermediate and let them do the research. That should be Mackenzie only at this point. I think we're going to shut off the research on these other two, so we switch down to just having one person doing it. And in fact, I will deconstruct this building. Yes? No. No. Cancel deconstruct and that. Yeah, we'll leave it up. So when he's working, when Alexander needs to be working on something, we can add somebody in to help him if we need to. That's okay. Good job. They're cleaning up pretty fast up here. And see, again, sweeping is a higher priority than building on your jobs list. So yeah, that's becoming okay, well, that kind of is annoying that you can't shuffle these. That's hopefully a feature. It's really not really annoying at this point. It's alpha, Drake. Come on. But we can definitely do. We could definitely do with having the option to improve the prioritizing of certain people. So you know, our researcher can prioritize that. But if he's done that, he can prioritize cleaning versus building, or the other way around. Right now, it's just left to right on the list. Jane, go get to bed. Time for a nap. There you go. So we do have these two highly sought after locations in our village here in Nueva Canada, and there's definitely going to be a couple more duplicates on the way. Morning of cycle 13, we still are humming around that 30%, and again, that's I think just because of these issues spending time here. We're in the two spots that are really, well, crappy to be in. So, wonder if we should just give this a boost at this point. Let's put one of those in there, and one of those in there, and one of those in there. That'll do the job nicely. Let's prioritize those actually, and get you to, as soon as you guys are done the top floor there, I want you to improve the decor in the area. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we just rejected one, so we got a while still to go on that. Consumable ores, we've gathered a little bit of coal, so it wouldn't hurt to have a coal generator at some point. Is there more coal sitting around? Let's have a tour through the area. We got a lot of metal supply up here when we need it. It is surrounding a vacuum, so that would break a few things there. Food shortage. Yeah, we have a food shortage again. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Yeah, I want to make them do this cleanup, because I want to get this power line in. Above others. Build us some food. Research completed. Good job, sir. We're going to go right up to the insulation tiles, or insulation to get us the insulated tiles in right away. Temperature modulation, what did that bring for us? That's the thermo switch, which is a new feature to this one in the thermal upgrade mod, as well as the liquid tepidizer. So marginally warms large bodies of liquid. I guess you can put that in there so that they don't have as much issues walking in the water. It'll make them, you know, less cold. So let's see what we got. Do we got that liquid tepidizer? Where is that? Refinement, utilities. There we go. Liquid tepidizer must be fully submerged. Made out of electronics. Sure. Let's see what it does. So submerged. Yeah. Okay. It can't overlay anything. So we do this, and then we run power lines. Yeah. I don't know. It seems totally silly to be doing at this point, but it's a new feature. Okay. Let's do it. And let's just tell them to go ahead and make that happen right now. There we go. Liquid tepidizer. That's not going to boil the water, but it's going to, you know, warm it. Thermal switch is basically going to allow you to have a thermostat where you set the temperature of a room and say if you'll only turn on my air conditioning unit, so to speak, or my heating units. You've got a heater right over... Where is it? Where was it again? Where was that? Oh, it was just at utilities. There we go. You got thermal regulators to make things cool, or you've got the the space heater. You can turn those on in specific times based on the temperature around them. So that's going to be a nice feature for us. We got lots of O2 there. I think we might want to... I don't know. Should we, like, dig this out and get started with some sort of drop tank, maybe? I don't know. What are you guys going to do? Henry, or Alexander, rather, you're going to go do up the science. Why didn't you finish his... You did do your own research, right? You don't want to do somebody else's project. Nope, not 9. P was what I was looking for. Yeah, those are definitely high priority, so they should be done. Should be getting to them. Yeah, we have to run constantly to generate power. At the rate we're running through stuff. The micro mushroom doesn't use power, does it? No, it's just squishes. Does it? Did we power it? I don't remember. Yes, we do have to power it. Okay, so that's chunking through our power. The algae deoxidizer, which, come to think of it, is massively blasting through our algae. We had 4,000 or 5,000 of it. We do have lots, and I think at this point we should probably turn one of these babies off. Let's disable that one, so we stop cranking through the algae quite as fast. There we go. We'll leave one on because we don't want to have negative oxygen issues. This is probably the best early start as far as oxygen that I've done in a long time. So at least on the recorded versions. I wish there was a way that they would get less interrupted sleep scenarios. Yeah, so you got interrupted sleep from going to the bathroom, although you started the night on your way to the bathroom. So you're like spending a lot of time in the bathroom before you even went to bed. I don't know if that counts as interrupted sleep. But I suppose sleeping for a couple hours is as interrupted sleep as sleeping for 4, waking up for an hour, and going back to bed. None of us are guilty of that. Gamers always prioritize their quality of their sleep and duration of important things like sleep and food and nutrition, like mush bars and noisy bedrooms. We got power backed up nicely. Let's drop the priority on this power generator, because it seems like they're jumping the gun pretty aggressively on that. They should clean this up and put these in then, and put the power in before they go back to generate power, even if the power shuts off. Yes, good. Okay, that's fine. I want to let them... They're good. A bunch of them are eating. And I want to let them get this stuff cleaned up nicely and get them, set up for the power, because having all this power here and the heat and the nasty is really, really terrible. Still hovering, oh no, slightly climbing into the 30, nearing the 40 marker from negative decor in this area. Electrical wires? Yeah, exposed electrical wires and batteries are wrecking the area. So, that's good. There we go. Plowing through the... high voltage wires. Now that's something to note resource wise. You'd be like, why not just make everything high voltage wires and you never have the issue? Well, high voltage wires take 100 units of copper each square versus the 25, so 4 times as much resources is something to definitely take into consideration and not to overuse. Once they get that connected, there we go. Looks like we are dropping those online. Excellent. Batteries are in place. So let's go ahead and deconstruct all and get rid of this set right here. Yoink, 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 yoink. Good, good, good. Pull them out. Wonderful. Now we got batteries over here that can hold. That was holding 30 megawatts or kilowatts, rather kilojoules rather. These each hold 20 kilojoules, right? I think they max out at 20. No, 40, I think they do. So that's 80 kilojoules of power there. Be much better now that they've got now that they've got the bigger storage and it's further away. That should improve the decor notably in this area. Yeah, see, decor is only -1, -20s, so at least that's a little better. I'm gonna put in another sculpture right in there, and I think we're gonna make those sculptures top priority, so they get things done there. Let's just use the priority bar, because apparently I can't seem to click right on the other thing. Dump these up to priority 9s. Bedtime, end of cycle 15, circuit overloaded. Oh, really? So which circuit overloaded there? That's something new here as well. Where did the circuit overload happen? Let's see our power grid. Does this show a broken power anywhere? Doesn't seem to. Right, make sure we get the big wires going on there. That and that prioritized. Excellent. So that's going to be the end of this episode, folks. We ran into a power explosion, so we spent all that time trying to generate these things, and then short-circuited, and I think that dumps the batteries. I think if the batteries are too loaded, or if there's a short circuit in the network, it's actually going to blast all the energy out. So I don't know if it did damage to anything that just got auto-repaired and we missed it, but we're definitely out of power, and they were running pretty fast on those little hamster wheels. So that's going to be it. Our top priority right now at the start of next episode is going to be these sculpting blocks, and we'll probably actually sculpt them full up so we can take care of the issues here with the stress. And their bed decor is pretty good, so I think right now they're pretty okay. Where are we at? 9. That's not spectacular. That might cause a negative. So it wouldn't hurt to do a bit of sculpting. So we're going to do a bit of artsy-fartsy stuff next round, and then put in our planting boxes once this power is connected properly with cables. So thank you so much. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, and do subscribe if you want to see more. I will, again, as always, see you in game.